What's good, YouTube family? Thank y'all for tuning back into another video. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and watch through the whole video. This helps me because it puts me in more YouTube's algorithm. It helps me to continue to grow and to reach more people by using the gifts and abilities that God has given me to glorify Him and His name, spread the gospel to make Him and His name known, for me to grow closer to Him, me to lead others to Him, and me to help others get to know more. To get into this tutorial, before I pick up any clipper or trimmer, I want to go ahead and I want to comb the hair in the direction that the client brushes his hair. Next, I'm going to cut his hair down in the direction that the client brushes his hair and in the direction that his wave pattern is. And right now I'm cutting it with I believe a number 3 guard. I think I'm cutting with the number 3 guard so that I can leave the crown longer. And then I'm going to put a number 2 guard on. Or I have the 2 open around the crown and then I cut the rest down with the number 3. If you pay attention, you can see how I'm brushing a lot. I cut this top down with the number 3. I cut the whole top down with the number 3 just because it's lighter on the top a little bit. So I just, I want to keep it nice and thick on the top also. Next, I'm going to clean the client's face off just to be courteous. That's how you say it. Other client, just to give them a better experience while they're in my chair. We're doing a low taper, so I'm going to bottom out, at the bottom of the ear type. And in the back, I do like a mid to high taper. But I would just put the bald line straight across. The bald line is the foundation of the haircut, so make sure it's clean and even, no matter what you do. And make sure it's the same on both sides. Once again, keeping the client clean, make it a good experience to sit in your chair. To start the fading process, I have my Andis Masters with my lever all the way open, and I'm flicking out to put the guideline in. Then I'm gonna lay my blade flat and go to the top of the guideline. And I'm just doing like half of an inch. Then I'm gonna close the lever halfway, go halfway up, then close the lever all the way, tap to the bottom line and take it out completely. For the clip over comb, y'all, the big side of the comb is like a 1.5 guard, and the little side of the comb is like a 0 guard. So I always start with the big side of the comb with my blade open first, just to see how the hair reacts to it. And then I just look and see how the hair is poking through the comb, and then I work my way from there. So I always start with the lever open, and the higher I go, the more I'm gonna pull out on the comb to make it just a little longer. And hopefully that makes sense. Hey y'all, my message for today is Colossians 3:23, and that verse says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord and not for men. So the reason that I chose this to be my message for today is because we just got to remember, like, when you're actually blessed to have the ability to do your passion, what you love, what God's put on your heart to do, and to make an income from it, it's such a blessing. And we got to remember that, even like, for example, as barbers, obviously we're working for ourselves to make money. We're working for whoever's sitting in our chair, to give them the service that they want, and to give them the haircut that they want and the service they want. But most importantly, bro, we're doing it for God. So make sure that you keep that in perspective, that no matter what, like, for example, as a barber, you guys know, if you're a barber, you can get clients that you can get some very awesome people who are great. You can also get some people who I'm sure are great people, but there's something about them with you, because not everybody in the world is going to get along. But it's in times like that you got to remember why you're doing it. Or even better, y'all, when you're tired and you don't feel like doing something, but you know it's the right thing to do, like, you know that you prayed for something and you know the work that you got to put in to meet God halfway into accomplishing what it is that you want to accomplish, but you're tired. It's in times like that where you got to remember, you're not doing it for yourself. You're not doing it for other people, but you're doing it to say, do and be all God's called you to say, do and be. All right, y'all, for my ear lineup, I like to put in my slant, and then once I get to around the top of the ear, I convert to using the last couple teeth of my blade or the corner of my blade to make that arch shape around the ear. And this is like one of my favorite parts of a haircut, to be honest. I used to be scared to do these. That's just crazy. Some people say this is my signature, but I do the same thing on the other side. I make sure that I solidify my lineups every time. So, I put the lineup in, then I comb through it, and I cut all the overhanging hair so there aren't any, so that the client is solidified and it lasts as long as possible for the client. Right here, I tap the back of his beard line in, making sure I keep it. I like just to put it nice and straight, especially with his type of beard. For the front line up, y'all, I like to work my way. I like to start in the front, work my way to the side. And once the front meets the side, I like to tap in the vertical bar. Make sure that with all your lineups, you keep them as natural and clean as possible. You literally want minimum pushback, or really zero pushback. But if you want to say that any lineup is a pushback, then you want to keep it at a very, very minimum, especially with people who have certain hair textures or certain things going on with their hair. For the C cup, y'all, I like to start by putting the line in at the bottom of the vertical bar. Then I like to go to the bottom of the C cup and then work my way to the top. Right here, y'all, man, you got to get the clients what they want. And not everybody has the perfect beard, but man, lace them up anyway. Cause I mean, he has a beard, but you can see, man, this is my boy too. Shout out to John, man. God bless you, bro. Right here, make sure that you're holding the razor at a 45-degree angle and stretching the skin. Don't be scared to ask your client to blow their cheek out. It just really helps with giving them the best haircut possible. Same thing right here, just tapping in this vertical bar, then hitting this C cup. Just make sure everything's clean. The cut's gonna last as long as possible for the client. Clearing his face of his cheek of any facial hair that's above his beard. Then for the bottom, I like to just base it off the shape of somebody's head and jaw structure and all that. So for him, you can see where I put it and what kind of beard they got, all that. So I don't really have a certain thing that I do for every client. I just base it. I tailor fit it to everybody. Make sure that you get all the hairs. It's crazy because I actually cut bro today. This is November 16th when I'm doing this voiceover. And I left the hair on the bottom, and I had to go back and ask him like, hey bro, you want me to cut that? That's funny. Right here for his mustache, man, he don't want it like super skinny, but he obviously don't have the thickest mustache. So I'm gonna go ahead and just tap it in. This is an all natural cut too, by the way, no enhancements. Right here, y'all, this is important for any waiver. Just freehand over, get all the little frizzy hairs that's popping up. Make the final product and the final presentation as clean as possible. Be very careful when you're doing that too, though. And you can put a guard on if you want to. Then go ahead, clean the client up. Clean the client up. Right here, y'all, this is the before. I'm getting better, y'all. I'm starting to record before and after. And then this is the after. Let me know what y'all think about this cut in the comment section. I think it turned out fire. You see the fade clean, line up clean. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think about it. And thank y'all for tuning into this video. If you came to my channel because you like watching barber videos because it's satisfying, I hope that this video satisfied you. If you came to learn something, I hope you take something from my game, apply it to yours, and advance in your career, in your craft, in your life. And if you came for the message, I hope that it reached you and touched your heart, your soul, your mind, and your body. Thank y'all for tuning into this video. I hope to see you back on the next one, and God bless you. I gotta add one more thing to this, y'all. We need to replace, or we need to be happy, y'all. We need to replace the word have to or I gotta do this with I get to or I'm able to. Don't take lightly being able to do certain things, especially y'all, back to the message, especially it's a blessing. It's such an honor and a blessing to be able to have something to do for God and from God. So when he gives you work to do, make sure that you do it and be happy in doing it. I mean, there's stuff that we are not going to want to do that we just have to have joy doing it because we know we're doing it for the Lord, and the joy of the Lord is our strength. So just keep that in mind, how big of a blessing it is to be able to do something for God. God bless y'all.